Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to more Eternal Sonata. We're going to be tackling the last dungeon of this chapter, and pretty much from the last cutscene. So we've now lost Claves and Jazz for the rest of this chapter, so we've got Allegretto and Viola back.
No!
Mm-hmm. Now we have a mixed party.
Yeah, and we've got our little chaining beast. I'm gonna say, it's like a nice, quaint little village for being underground.
Andante.
Yeah,
Devil May Cry?
yeah, this underground city has made everybody pretty much walk as awkward as fuck.
Wrong Dante, BJ.
You mean the right Dante?
Wait, what about Devil May Cry?
Because the town is on Dante.
Oh.
So he's like, ooh, Dante. Actually, Brandon, I don't remember if you actually... I know you mentioned, like, what Andantino stands for, but, I'm trying to remember, what exactly is the difference between, like, for musical terms, what's the difference between Andante and Andantino?
I think one is just a little bit slower than the other.
Okay.
Like, let me double check that. I know Andante is another form of tempo pace.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like, I'm gonna just be going around from, like, area to area, because, some places, obviously, they got, like, some items hidden, but we've also got some NPCs that, I'm willing to talk to here, just to kind of help give, like, a little bit of a, help flesh out, Andantino a little bit more, so you can see, like, where everyone's coming from.
Yeah, I was right. Andante is the moderately slow tempo, and Andantino is slightly slower than Andante.
Also, one is a demon killer, the other one isn't.
Yeah, BJ, that doesn't work. But when I talked to that guy earlier, he actually brought up a interesting point that you would think they would have made a little bit more pronounced in this game, considering how much of a big role it plays in the next video. But yeah, Jazz and Claves, they're a couple.
Oh yeah, what?
Wait, what?
Yeah, Jazz and Claves are a couple.
Oh, so much for the Jazz and Viola ship.
Yeah, so it's like, that's the thing. It's like, you think that would have been a little bit more, I guess a little bit, I don't know necessarily obvious, but at least brought a little bit more attention to.
Yeah,
and
because I was gonna ask, like, wait, when exactly was this established? Is it going to be established later on in the game, or was it hinted at beforehand, but you didn't notice it?
Well, when you talk to that guy that I was just talking to before in the storage area, that's actually the first time you even hear about it. Now, there's something that happens in the next video that just flat out says, yes, that's what's going on, but we will get to that when we do.
Oh,
I just think that's just so weird, where it's like, here's a major point with these characters, and it's just like, it's just glossed over, basically, and I don't understand why.
I don't think it's really that big of a deal.
Damn it, game, why? This is a JRPG. We need all of the ships, okay? I'm sorry.
It's like, yeah, BJ, it's like, it doesn't seem like it's a big thing now, just trust me, just wait till the next video, you'll kind of see hopefully you'll see where I'm coming from.
Also,
we're
missing Viola. Why'd they say you 3?
I do not know.
Is Viola just in Allegretto's back pocket, like in every other RPG ever?
I guess.
The guards fear the beast, so they try to ignore her so that they will not get killed.
Funny.
Yeah. But regardless, when you listen to this particular cutscene, this kind of helps, I think, establish, like, because Jazz is the leader of Andantino, and like what those guys said was, they just feel that Jazz is not being very efficient in the fight against Forte. He's like, we're not doing anything. We have to take the fight to Forte. And it's like, I just thought that was just a nice little cutscene just to show off, considering he's the leader, and there is some people that don't necessarily agree with what Jazz is doing.
Wait, I just realized. We established that last or in a previous video that either Clavis or Falsetto is probably leaking out information.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it's probably Falsetto because the name false is in because the word false is in her name.
Stop!
I get it.
No.
She is wrong.
Stop!
Oh my!
Falsetto
yes.
falsetto actually is a music term.
I know it is, but it'd be a funny coinky-dink.
Oh yes, the pieces are coming together. Just from her name alone, maybe she could be the spy.
So yeah, this is how we're going to end the chapter. You know, this girl, she's got this flower, but the flower is wilting, but it needs special water. So we're going to go fetch water for the flower. It contributes nothing to the
Special
overall
water?
mission whatsoever.
Compared to ordinary water.
Yes.
It's holy
Yeah,
water.
It's like a special kind of water that can only be found past this cemetery that we have to cross.
Oh, so it's dead water.
It's natural spring water.
It's probably water contaminated by the dead bodies in the cemetery.
Like I said, spring water.
God damn it.
Yeah, so I mean, it's like, I don't know, it's like, it's just so weird that I think it's like, you know, okay, it's obvious you wanted to have like a cemetery dungeon, which I'm totally okay with. It just seems like so out of place. It just seems so out of place where it's like, we have a cemetery dungeon, how can we justify going to it? Oh, magic water for a flower. It's like, really? You couldn't think of something else? Like, you couldn't have, like, maybe, like, a kid wander off and get lost, and now we gotta go hunt the kid down or something?
Right.
You know, it's like, cause, I don't know, to me, I think that would be a little bit more important. Like, that, I think, would spring Falsetto into action. Like, oh, shit, you know, one of our people got lost in this cemetery. We gotta find them.
Well, hell, be glad that they didn't go for the more obvious, like, way to do it, where, oh, there's a spooky ghost somewhere haunting our village. You must go check the cemetery, because that's where it mostly is seen.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that probably is, like, yeah.
At least at least finding water there is a little more original.
So I'm noticing
I suppose.
I'm noticing a theme here with Andante.
Really? What kind of theme?
Well, we have Andante, which is one of the slower tempos. Andante being slightly slower than Andantino, which is a moderately slow tempo, and then we have Lento Cemetery, which is another form of slow tempo.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, that's what Lento means.
Oh, okay. I was just about to ask you if there was if the term lento rang any bells.
Yeah, it does.
That answers my question. All right, cool.
Okay,
noticing a theme here.
Yeah, but regardless, so just kind of like with Fort Fermata, I did a fair amount of editing, you know, because this is another dungeon where you're going back and forth, but it's because the gimmick behind this dungeon is you have to collect different colored flames, and basically when you have different colored flames, they open up different doors, and we basically have to open up doors to get some treasures, you gotta collect flames to get other flames, and it's all to just get through this door to get to the boss.
Are they flames or wisps?
They are flames. They look like wisps, but like the things floating around, those are probably wisps, but what we're actually gathering, those are flames.
Yeah, I'll just stay with aliens if that's okay with everybody.
What?
You said wisps.
I get it.
Wait, no, I actually didn't hear what you said. Repeat that.
I said I'll just stick with aliens if that's okay with everybody.
You know.
Sonic colors.
Yes.
Okay.
Alrighty, so we started with a red flame. So we have one. So we light the candle. That opens the door, and now we can go in.
And find even more flames.
Yeah, basically, you have to you gotta try and collect all the flames to get the treasure chests and stuff. I do go and get all the treasure chests in this area. I don't show them all off. I just pretty much show just how to get through to the main path.
Okay, now you see the fire lighting the darkness. That makes sense.
Yeah, because these are wisps. Right, but even so, these are wisps.
Wait a minute, are these the soldiers that died from the mineral powder?
I would like to say so. I mean, it pretty much is the same enemy.
Wow.
I mean, it's like, yeah, these are the same guys that we saw in Fort Fermata, and considering it's a cemetery, I guess it makes total sense why they'd be here.
That's eerie as shit.
Right. But then again, it's like, it's kind of weird because when you talk to the doctor in town, he actually even says, like, they have medicines and stuff, but Andante, they purposefully do not use mineral powder.
Yeah, they know what's up.
Yeah, so that's where it's like, these guys, I mean, they're clearly dead people, but I don't know if they're necessarily this. I don't know if you can necessarily call them the same or whatnot, but I think at the end of the day, it doesn't really matter.
I guess not.
They are restless spirits.
And then we have floating candles, torches.
Some kind of a thing.
Hey,
I don't really know.
Hey, it makes sense. We have things like lantern.
Oops.
Not lantern. Lampent and Chandelure. I know this isn't Pokemon, but the theme kind of fits the same way.
Sure enough.
Right.
Yeah.
I forgot Litwick. That's the first one.
Cha-cha!
Yeah, Litwick, Lampent, and Chandelure. It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah. But I mean, it's like, you guys remember how much damage Falsetto was doing when we were in Woodblock Groves and the Adagio Swamp compared to what she's doing? And compare that to what she's doing now?
Yeah, beforehand, she was doing hardly shit until you were able to build up enough echoes. But now with the power band, is like, Jesus Christ. Okay, now she's dealing a lot of damage, even when she's not using a special technique from a bunch of built-up echoes.
I mean, to be fair, part of it is because we are dealing with considerably weaker enemies compared to what we were going up against before. But still, yeah, that, it just shows, like, just how much of a difference that power ring really makes.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Ouch.
Ugh. God damn.
Your end is near.
Your end is near.
Your end is near as I have the...
Oh, God! Oh, that raw power. That pure, unadulterated PG-13 raw power.
Rated T for teen. So dead. well, thank God that the arrow flew right through Falsetto's head. I mean, otherwise, that would have caused some problems.
Yep. So right in that corner there is the first of our blue flames that we're going to need.
Fuck you, I have no time. I need to get this blue flame. Get the hell out of here.
Blue frame. I didn't know we were taking pictures.
What you mean I know is that this is actually the inspiration behind Fatal Frame.
It actually makes sense.
God damn it.
Now, when you're going throughout the cemetery, always take the flames with you.
Yeah.
I mean, that should go without saying, but still.
Yeah, I mean, it's like you're no longer in that room anymore. I do not believe you'll have any other reason to go back in there because you already got the other flame you need. So yeah, it's like just take that red flame out and just have that room get locked up again.
Well, I can also very well see how someone would forget to do that because they could be under the assumption that there could be more than one of each color too.
Yeah. Now here is something that I actually did not notice until I did this Let's Play. Because like, first time I played this, I got so turned around and lost that I had to consult a walkthrough. And indeed, I actually did have to consult a walkthrough for here. But if you notice, above each of these doors, you kind of see like a panel or something. Mm-hmm. And you see like, it's kind of hard to tell in this video, but it shows like the number of flames that are on there. That's a sign that's supposed to tell you, how much flames do you need in order to actually progress through?
Okay.
So it's like, I did not notice that. At least I think that's what that panel is for. Because each door has a different number of flames pictured. So I did not notice that until I just did this Let's Play. So it's like, okay. It's kind of like with the Fort Fermata. They don't leave you completely blind. They do drop hints as to where you're supposed to go. It's just they it's just so damn vague that, yeah, it's like, it's easy to kind of misinterpret or not know where you're supposed to go, and consulting a walkthrough, don't feel guilty if you have to.
All of a sudden, just thinking about the concept of how the doors hit at you on how many flames there are, suddenly I'm getting some Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 3 vibes.
Yu-Gi-Oh! Season 3?
Yeah, more specifically during the Noah arc, and it's like there's this one scene where I think it was like Yugi is trying to find like a Taya or whatnot, and he ends up running into all these doors, and each door has like a symbol of like how many stars there are, and depending on how many stars there are, could determine how strong that monster is going to be.
I remember. Yeah, like that panel had 3 flames. Yeah. So we had the one at the door, and I believe this one requires the extra red and the blue flame that we've got.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
And we got a new attack, Fire Wave. It's basically the light version of Phantom Wave. Just like how Void Edge is the dark version of Sky Divider.
Nice.
Yeah, makes sense, I suppose.
So, yeah.
Well, I mean, it only sounds logical.
Yeah. But, yep, 3 flames. So, the 2 here and the 1 at the door. One at the door. And we get another blue flame.
We just take the other ones back with us?
Yep.
Of course.
All of this is to get a green flame, which will allow us to go through the center.
Aha.
But that flame looked like it was.
Then.
But that flame looked like it was yellow. I mean, not flame. The fog. Sorry.
Yeah, the fog actually is the color that you need to even open it. So I mean, that's like, you'll see, like, when we take this red flame out, when we take this red flame here, you'll see there's red fog that'll be through that door.
Okay.
So, so that middle one, it looks yellow. It just means we need green and red. I don't know how you get yellow from green and red, but, what the fuck do I know? I only went to art school.
And then you went to bakery school.
Yeah. And yet, purple door, so green and red.
I don't
blue and red.
Worry about these colors and all that. I have a tray full of cupcakes that I made with my own bare hands.
Yeah. But it's like,
But blue and red make purple.
Yeah.
I'm sure Danny knows how to color coordinate those cupcakes.
Yeah, I know how to color coordinate. I went to art school. I do colors. I know how to make things pretty before you eat it.
I only know how to make things sound pretty. The silence is pretty fitting for this ominous setting.
This is a pretty long trail.
Oh wait, actually, something I didn't bring up when we actually first got into the cemetery. There is actually no music playing, is there?
There's ambiance in the background. I mean, it's like, if there is music, it's very, very low. It's just mostly spooky sounds.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I can hear, like, there is, like, some violins going on, but it's nothing really profound or anything.
Gotcha. Okay. Just making sure. Oh, no.
Yeah, it's all meant to be creepy.
Oh, no. Spoilers. There we go.
What?
Yep, so...
That's not the way that... What?
Well, that was... Yeah, so... When you go around this way...
Oh, hi.
So we get the green flame. So you can use the green flame here for a shortcut, but there's also another door that actually requires the green flame. I think it's a green and blue, and that actually leads to more treasure. So, the whole reason why I'm going backwards here is because, like I said, I went and gathered all the treasures in this area, because right now I've got all the possible flames. There's 2 reds, 2 blues, and the 1 green. That's all the flames in this cemetery.
Gotcha.
But because I was going around to go gather all the treasures, that was where I just went back and got through everything. But I didn't show how to get every individual treasure. I just focused more so on trying to get how to get to the main path.
Okay.
I mean, it's like, if you weren't gonna go for all the treasures and everything, then it's like you just had to get your access to that back area and stuff, because back there leads to the boss.
Awesome. Okay, so quick save.
Yeah. So I believe by this point I had already gathered everything that I needed.
So now all we need to do is move forward.
Red and green do not make yellow.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Actually, that kind of makes sense.
Yeah, I think by the time this episode comes out, we'll be like, it's either like the week of Christmas or like maybe the week after.
You know what? Oh, wait. Well,
I think so.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. You know what? I think you're right.
About 2 days before.
Yeah.
Alrighty,
The week
yep.
of the holidays. Oh, yeah, you're right.
So,
Yep.
Tell us your thoughts in the comments below. What are your plans for Christmas?
Alright, so here is the boss of the dungeon. And I believe I mentioned this either in the last video or one of the previous videos, that most of the bosses, like when you kill the minions, the minions stay dead. This is the one boss, at least off the top of my head, where even if you kill the minions, this one actually can bring the minions back.
Gee, in a graveyard with a necromanting boss. Go figure.
Yeah, so it's like,
It looks like
Okay, so
it looks like Hydreigon merged together with Zekrom.
Okay, so as you can see, Allegretto, he's got like this weird like aura on him. That's because the weapon that you get in this dungeon, the ability, or I guess it comes with a status effect, and this is actually the first time we get this status effect. It's called Burst. Burst basically doubles your attack power, but I think it cuts your defense in half.
Oh, so it's pretty much a berserker weapon.
Kind of. It basically, whoever has that status pretty much becomes a glass cannon.
Okay.
So, I mean, it's great for Allegretto because, yeah, man, give him the attack buffs, but, that is the one downside, is that, yeah, it does ruin the defense. And yeah, I think, of course, like, I had to equip the glowing tail more so on Viola, because I need healing.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, I need healing, so I put the light body on her, so she'll at least have access to healing arrow.
Viola, shoot him down. Oh, okay, downward shield.
There we go. Like a lot of party members seem to have this knack for healing.
Yeah, don't shoot the monster with that arrow. Well, actually, I wonder, can you heal monsters?
Wait, what?
Can you heal monsters? No. No, like, Viola cannot heal a monster.
Well, you say Viola can't, so that but others can?
No. I mean, that's where it's like, I just said Viola just because that's who I've got right now. But, like, yeah, Viola, Polka, Frederick, none of them, no, it does not apply to enemies.
Claves.
Yeah, Claves. And there is another character that we get later on that does have a healing spell as well, so... But we don't meet her for some time.
So meanwhile, this beast is just psyching everybody out, heading towards Viola, but it turns out he just smacks Falsetto with his tail.
Stop! I hate you, stop!
Wait,
I mean...
what was that?
Oh, that was stop.
Stop stopping me.
Yeah, like, that black aura that's on him, that's because, the monster did some kind of an attack that I failed to guard against, and it put stop on Allegretto. And, like, yeah, you noticed how, that bar on the left, like, your action time, that thing was halfway drained before I was allowed to move. Like, look at this. Now I can move. That's why I think stop is the absolute worst status effect to have in this game. You know, it's not poison or not burst or anything. It's fucking stop, because it literally takes away your time to attack.
Well, I wouldn't put it past you if you thought that stop was the worst status ailment in this game. I'm just saying poison is the worst in RPGs in general.
Yeah, usually it is. I mean, it's like, yeah, it's usually a deadly one. It's just, yeah, in this one, it's like, no, it's not poison, it's stop.
So what? Does stop like is it like is stop like a form of paralysis, or
like
can this monster like stop characters like stop a character in time or something?
Oh, good, stop's taken off. Stop is pretty much like a form of paralysis.
Oh, okay.
Though, to be fair, I think stop is much worse in Final Fantasy VII than it is in Eternal Sonata.
How so?
I mean, just because, at least if you're stopped in Eternal Sonata, you do still get a chance to act, whereas you get stopped in Final Fantasy VII, you can't do anything at all unless you're healed.
Did that thing just heal itself?
I believe it did.
I just thought that was a sign of it summoning another minion.
That's where it's like, I don't remember. I was in the middle of listening to Brandon.
No, I saw while it was moving, there was green numbers underneath it. So
yeah,
if it was underneath the boss itself, then it's healing. If the green was somewhere else, then he was summoning another minion.
Yeah, I was gonna say, like, it didn't look like. I didn't think it was actually about the boss that should have been healing or anything. I thought it was summoning another minion. Because if you look at the boss right now, yeah, he's not looking too good. He's already getting pretty exhausted right now.
And there we go. So now that the boss is dead, now we just gotta take out that crappy minion. Which is no big deal, because this guy's weak as fuck.
Quick, kill the minion before the minion brings back the boss.
You took my joke! I was trying to unmute myself, and you snatched it before I could do so!
Okay, now, I cannot believe I did not mention this until now, but, so you know how I equipped, Falsetto with the power ring?
Yes.
Yeah.
Before this boss battle, I unequipped it. Because, trading quest.
Oh.
So,
Right.
technically, the next part of our trading quest doesn't happen until Chapter 5. So we've got a good number of videos before we kick that back up and everything. But that's where I was like, oh, let me make sure I unequip that so I'll have it on hand for when we do get back to that quest.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot to mention that completely, because I know if I did mention it and I go and do the quest, you guys are going to be like, well, wait a minute, wasn't that on Falsetto?
Well, I would have forgot she had it entirely, but
I know, but I figured I'd cover my ass, so that's pretty much what I did, So yeah, that's the last dungeon of this chapter. So join me in the next video. We're going to actually get the last few cutscenes for this chapter. We're going to get our music history lesson for this chapter, and then we'll go to chapter 4 and we'll meet up with Frederick and the rest.
Yes.
Oh, another music history lesson. Oh, thank God.